us later on about the magic of Corby. He'll also be followed by Andy Sawford MP, who's here on table 2, who's joined us for the evening. Thank you again. And then next to Andy, we have a very, very special guest who's flown in from New York, USA, and I don't think there's anybody in this room that will have ever seen him. He's here, a magician, and he's here to magish for us this evening.
I haven't seen him.
So Bill will be doing his bit later on, if he's still here. I'd also like to say a big, big thank you to Ashbury's, who I think are somewhere over here. Ashbury's in the far corner. Ashbury's are providing the chocolates on all of the tables that you're all going to eat with your coffee later on. Thank you, Ashbury's. I'm assuming that because you've all arrived here this evening, you've either got an interest in Corby Town Football Club, magic, or you're just here for a free dinner. Well, the good news is that we've got plenty to tell you about Corby Town Football Club this evening. We've got a magician, and we've got 2 managers who are going to join me on stage in a few minutes' time. And their job is to perform magic and get us out of this league and get us into the conference. Last of all, you all know there's no such thing as a free dinner. That means you've got to put your hands in your pockets tonight. So we've got a few bits of fun where you can win some money, win some prizes, maybe bid for a fantastic auction prize later on in the evening. But the first thing we're going to do is something called heads and tails. So we're going to do that in a few moments' time. Who doesn't know what heads and tails is? Here we have Roberto and Michael going head to head.
Is he still in?
Back to back. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, gentlemen, you're both going the same way. Okay, Tommy, toss the coin. It's tails.
You'll be pleased to know that I'm not going to speak for very long, and I just want to begin by telling a very short story, which I hope isn't too very big incorrect to the audience. But when it comes to making speeches, there is some advice that is often given. And there was a famous Conservative politician called Brad Butler. I don't know if people can remember him. You have to be of a certain age, I think, to remember Brad Butler. He was a cabinet minister in Harold Clifton's government. That's how long ago that was back. Brad was approached once by a young research officer from the Conservative Research Department. I'm not given to quote Conservative politicians very often, given that I'm the Labour leader of Corby Borough Council, but this young Conservative researcher said, Brad, I'm going to do a selection, I've got to make a speech, I want to be an MP, so I've got to make a speech and get selected. Can you give me any hints, any advice on how to make a speech and impress an audience? And Rob said, you know, the secret to making a good speech is to look at it like, a good speech is like a woman's dress. It should be long enough to cover the subject, but it should be short enough to be interesting. And I think I'm going to make my speech short, which you'll be pleased to hear. I just thank you for the invite. It really is a pleasure to be here, and I'm looking forward to what should be a very enjoyable evening. Only a couple of weeks ago, I was here for the Corby Sports Awards in this very room, where we awarded various awards to Corby sports people. Corby, as people will know, is a town with a great sporting tradition. And as Kevin has pointed out, we're working closely with the football club. We work closely with all of those sporting organisations in Corby to promote sport, to promote football and the other social sports which people in Corby enjoy both participating in and watching. And it's our view, it's my view certainly, that a successful football team is good for the town. I think a successful football team gives a town a feeling of confidence, a feeling of well-being. So we're very keen to ensure that the football club is a success and continues to be.
on table 21 is going to run for us. And 50% of the proceeds from this auction are going to be donated to the Corby Food Bank. I'm sure there's a number of people in the room who are aware that the Corby Food Bank is a very, very important institution. It's one of 360 odd food banks around the country. And we're heading into Christmas. But there's a few people that might not be eating turkey this Christmas, whereas I suspect most of us will be. So if we can think about that when the auction is taking place, that the money donated will go to the Corby Food Bank, then we'll be doing some good. It's time for our next speaker, Andy Sawford MP, a lifelong Corby Town football supporter, comes to most games now in the city. Andy, come to us.
Thanks very much indeed. Thanks. You lucky people, two politicians in one go. Thanks ever so much, Kevin, for inviting me. You asked me to talk about the magic of Corby. Well, I found out that there is a magic club of Corby, something I didn't know until this evening. And I look forward to seeing some of the magic we have from a world-class entertainer who's entertained in the White House all across America, very well known here in the UK. In fact, he's already done some magic on me, which is, of course, I've spent ages saying, how did you do that trick? Trying to work it out, and you won't give it away at all. The magic of Corby is its history, its spirit, and its incredible future. Many of you know about the remarkable history of Corby, from the Bronze Age to the Danish settlements, to the kings and queens of the Middle Ages, Elizabeth I giving the town its first charter, to the pole fair being granted in the 19th century, to the 20th century, where people walked here from Scotland and came here from all over the world to form a new town and build a steelworks. A steelworks that was incredibly important to the war effort in the Second World War, where the pipeline under the ocean helped people like my granddad, who was a Royal Marine Commando, and all of the British and American Allied forces as we went into D-Day. And a new town that took shape in the 50s and 60s with incredible design, offering family homes to people who came from places where they lived in tenements with outside toilets. And they thought that Corby was an incredible place to come to and bring and raise their families and to create parks and open spaces and enjoy the amazing countryside we have here. And so when the difficult 1980s came along, and my dad was one of those made redundant along with 10,000 others and some of your own families, those people who built this town had put far too much into it and made far too big a commitment to give up on it, and they didn't. And today our town has an incredible diversification of industry. It is the manufacturing capital of the UK. 25% of all jobs in Corby are in manufacturing. Now, to me, that's not enough, and I want more, but it's the highest of any town in the UK. And I was with a group of school children just the other day at Corby Primary School, and I said to them, what do you think of Corby? Do you think it's a special town? They said yes. And I asked them why they thought it was special, and then I asked them some questions. I said to them, do you know where your tomato ketchup bottles come from? Corby. Do you know where, which is the biggest manufacturer of, the biggest British-owned manufacturer of crisps in the country? Where are their crisps made? Golden Wonder crisps here in Corby. Where are a lot of your chocolates that you'll eat at Christmas? Where are they from? Here in Corby. We have the world's leading distributor and manufacturer of globes in Corby. There are incredible things that are made here. Those DVD boxes in your homes are made here in Corby. We make boats that we ship all over the world here in Corby. The Millennium Wheel, made from Corby steel. The Wembley Arch, made here in Corby. Corby has had a tremendous period of regeneration, and it's thanks to people like Tom and others who are giving that leadership to our community. So we have the new swimming pool, the amazing core theatre that I was in the other night, where there was a fantastic song cycle about Corby, bringing together the great artistic community in the town. Great new schools, like the Foster Design Corby Business Academy, where my nieces and some of your children or relatives will be getting a fantastic education. I see Stuart here from Treasury College. What a fantastic college that is. The number of apprenticeships now that we have in Corby, higher than anywhere else in the county, partly because of you, but partly because of our brilliant businesses. The Motor Speedway, Rockingham Castle, some of the guys are here from Rockingham Castle tonight, the leading voluntary and charitable organisations that we have here in town. Lakelands Hospice survives solely on public funding. Solely on public funding. And do you know what? It provides gold standard care to people in this community. And we have a food bank, as has been mentioned. We all regret that these times are very difficult for local people. But when that food bank ran out 2 weeks ago and had nothing on its shelves, they contacted me and others, and within 48 hours, Corby people have completely filled that food bank up. Now that is a symbol of the spirit of this town that will carry Corby forward. And we have a great sporting tradition too, and Kevin was right, I was there and I try to go when I can to watch the team. I know that you're 12th in the league at the moment, and 5 games in hand, so actually I think promotion is possible this season. With the cup run over, it was a good run, but cut a little short. But now that does mean, and it's always the upside, I'm an optimist, you can focus on winning the league. We have an exciting future. Priors Hall is taking shape. I had a fantastic tour around there the other day. It is an absolutely incredible site. My brother just moved into a new home on Oakley Vale, and I was up there the other day meeting the apprentices working on that site as that continues to grow. We have potential on the west of Corby. This will be a town of 100,000 people within a few decades, and it will be a town that people continue to want to come to from all over the world, to live in, to work in, to invest in, and to come and watch the local football team, and occasionally to hear global artists like Bill performing the most incredible magic. And I stand between you and that now, so let's get on with our evening. Thank you.
Listen, we are doing some good stuff with this football team. This football team can only exist if the community wants it and corporate Corby wants it. We do need your help. You knew this was a plea for help. We need you to get on board with us. We need you to look at what you can do for us. There are packages available with this club from £100 to 100,000. We can give you a return on investment all the way through the line on this. We're looking to turn this football club into a sustainable club and get rid of the boom and bust years of the last 10, 15 years of Corby Town. We've got a great community programme on the way now. We've got a fantastic new management team who are climbing the league. And I want to say here and now, thank you for the last 6 weeks. You've done a bloody good job. I enjoyed watching on television that night, even though we lost. To see so many people in that stadium that the council built for us, which is a fantastic facility, to see the castle, the Rockland Castle terrace filled to the gunnels was just such an exciting moment for me, and I'd like to see it more often. We're trying to create a real experience at Corby Town that's different to everywhere else we go. I went to Redditch on Saturday. For those that came to the game at Redditch, we won 3-1, it was a great game, but it was a pretty poor experience, wasn't it, Jerry? We want to have fun at Corby Town. We're forging much stronger links with our schools and colleges. Andy's mentioned Stuart at Tresham. Tresham are one of our major sponsors. It's fantastic to be on board with them. We're working hard with the council to achieve what we need to achieve. We've got a great junior development programme now. 12 months ago we had one team, senior team only. There's a couple hundred children now playing football at Corby Town. And we're trying to build on the heritage of the local area. Andy and Tom both talked about what this town is built on. It's built on steel, it's built on history and heritage. That's why we call the Steel Man.
So we'll give you extras. Keep down notes, so nothing to worry about. Also, you have a 20, nobody has a 20 down here? I can't believe, well, not from way back there, nobody down here? You have a 20, this gentleman here, you had a 20? Great, thanks. And it's Richard, and your name is? John, you know we all work so hard for our money, yet we know so little about the actual currency. For example, John, did you know in the 20-pound notes that there are silk threads that run through it? No, this way. Did you know that? Do you care? No. Well, it's interesting because if you look right down this, not making jokes of Mr. Magic anymore, are we? You didn't notice the date on the bill, John? 1999. So these are things that you should pay attention to. Now, look, the panic has come across John's face. Not quite as panicked as Richard, however. But nothing to worry about. I'm a magician. All you have to do is reach in your pocket, grab a little whiffle dust, snap and wave just like this. Doesn't do anything, but it kept me out of the army. Not anymore. But more importantly, like magic, your $20 bill, John, is healed up and is as good as new. And that's real magic. Well, let's really get going. We're going to get a ton of people up tonight, and that's what makes it flash on the page. Whatever page you do. Your name is? Angus. Angus, say stop wherever you're with her. And you say stop wherever you like. Terrific. Take a look at that page number. Yell that out loud, if you will.
92.
92. Are there 92 pages in that book?
Yes.
Good. Don't say it out loud. Look at the last word on page 92. Now, I had no idea where Angus was going to stop. To be honest, I didn't even know Angus was coming tonight. But I'm glad he's here. Are you looking at a word? The last word. I can't get any further than that. You told us where to stop. You told us you had first choice of the books. Yours is interesting. Yours has a number and a letter and wait. Was a 141R4? Was it a word?
Yes.
Wow, what was the word?
Reprimand.
Reprimand. That wasn't even, no, 141R, let me, oh wait a minute, what was the word?
Reprimand.
Now it's making sense. Where's the dictionary guy? Do me a favor, stand up, stand up, stand up. Your word is reprimand. Do me a favor, turn to page 141 of the dictionary. When you're on the page, say I'm on the page. Good, look at the right-hand side. And from the top down, count down 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the fourth word down? Reprimand. You're going to use that tomorrow. But, that's not what I brought these guys up here for. Somebody moved my stuff. But when I was in college, I studied two things. There's a thing called, the things I studied was I was fascinated by people's names. The second thing was, excuse me, called tell. Well, people's names, for example, you know, I was always interested in the history of names. For example, your last name is
Dunyan.
Dunyan. Now, Dunyan in America in pre-colonial times meant strong, virile, and handsome. And your first name is? Gary. Gary, that meant not very.